Good evening, Miss Young here. This is the second video in the AQA June 2023 problem, question 15. In the first video, we looked at how to write the code to question 15 in Python. And now we're going to move on to Visual Basic. So to save us some time, as I said, and I keep saying, if you understand how to do it in one language, then it's relatively straightforward to convert it to another language. So I'm just going to take the Python code and I'm just going to put it straight into here. Now, comments in Visual Basic are a single apostrophe or a single quote. So I'm just going to change those. And that should be start. So how can we change this line of code? Well, the first thing we want to do is we need to separate it out into two parts. So we can say console dot, and I prefer to have it on the same line. So we're going to say console dot write, enter the bill. And then what we need to do is we want to say that the dim of bill as, and it's a float. Now there are many different types of this is precision, but it's easiest just to remember decimal. That's far too, the precision on that is far too high for what we need for this exam, but it's nice and easy to remember it as a decimal. So, and that's going to be, and we want to do decimal dots pass, and we want to write console dot read line, and that will hopefully work exactly as we want to do. And while stays the same, it can be capital. While the bill is greater than 0, we want to get the individual information, and I'm just going to, because I can, I'm going to cheat, and here I'm going to say enter your portion of the bill, and of course instead of bill it's going to be paid. That deals with that part of it. So now we want to subtract from the bill. Well, in reality the code just stays the same. If the bill is greater than 0, we just use then, and then instead of print, we can say console dot write line, and instead of a comma, we can use an ampersand. And then, of course, we use else if the bill is 0. Then we want to, again, console dot write line, finally else, and we can do console dot write line, and the tip is, and as we said, we can do ampersand, and I prefer to do -1 times the bill. And we need end if, which gets rid of that here, and we want an end while. Again, if we put it in here, we put end while. It's Visual Studio Code, and it does not particularly like Visual Basic. So hopefully you can see that the conversion, now I'm not quite sure if I've got everything right here. So we're writing, we're passing it, we're writing, we're passing it. All of this code is essentially stays the same. Let's just open up the terminal and we can cd into the Visual Basic, and we can do .NET run and see if we've got any errors. So we do. So what is the error that we have? We have an error on line 21, and unfortunately I forgot in Visual Basic we don't use equals equals, it's more like pseudocode in Cambridge. So if we try that again, so let's try 10, and as we did before, 4, 4 and 4, and of course I just want to make this a little bit neater when it prints. You won't really need to worry about this in an exam because you're not going to actually physically run it, but as I'm showing you, we may as well be better at it. And if we did 10, oops, well, let's just do 2, seeing as we can't get out of it. Try it one more time. 10, and if we do 3, 3 and 4, then it should say bill paid. And so it's pretty straightforward to convert from Python or to write this. So if you didn't really understand how this works, then maybe go and have a look at the Python part so you can see me explaining how the code works. So hopefully that's been of help. I'm Ms. Young, and I'll hopefully speak to you later.